I am so excited for today's video because I feel like you guys don't know me at all. Like, my people on social media do not know me at all because I don't post anything about my personal life, and I really want to share more about my personal life, especially here on YouTube, because there isn't really a big limit on the YouTube videos, whereas like TikTok, nobody watches a 10-minute video on TikTok. Like, I feel like I always skip through videos on TikTok because I want that like really short form content. But YouTube, I can just sit and talk, and someone can be driving or cleaning and just listening to me in the background. But I just really want to share more about myself with you guys, and then just kind of start to form a better community on YouTube. I feel like I am slowly forming my little community, but you guys still don't really know much about me. So I decided the other day to go on Instagram and throw up one of those like question polls, and I got some questions I want to answer. There's actually a lot of advice questions, which I'm kind of nervous about because I will share my advice, but I hope I'm going to give good advice, but I'll give the advice with what I've gone through and relate it to myself. So I'm so excited to get into this video, have you guys get to know me a little bit more. This year, like I mentioned, has been so crazy to me. It has been like my hell and back year. The beginning of this year, my life completely changed. I went through so much like mental, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a big mental toll towards the end of last year. And then I finally just pulled the plug and decided to change my life. And yeah, I have been in therapy, which I will give a literal, like, if therapy was like a person, I would give it the biggest hug ever. Like, therapy has helped so much. I knew immediately last year after I kind of left the situation I was in that I needed therapy. I needed help. Like, I had never been in a more like just clouded mind state. Like, I was just in a weird state of mind. I just felt like I was never present anywhere. I just was not myself. I needed help. Like, I knew I needed help. So I have looked into therapy before. Therapy can be so intimidating. The thought of just like going into an office, you're not in a comfortable place because you've never been there before, and the cost is like crazy expensive. So I just kind of stopped looking into it, and then it's something I just kept going back to, and then I finally discovered BetterHelp, which is online therapy. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. So I want to tell you guys a little bit more about BetterHelp, and I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. So I have been in therapy with BetterHelp for a little while now. I actually have a session on Thursday, and today is Tuesday. So I make my sessions every single week. After your session, you have the option to just book your next one right away, which is always what I do, and then I just put it in my calendar. Even after my first session, which is more of like a get to know me type of session, or get the therapist to get to know you session, I talked so much. The therapist was like, a lot of people don't open up right away, and like, you've opened up so much. And I don't have a problem opening up with people. I can talk literally all day long, which is why I think I'm on like every social media platform. Like, I just love to talk. And she was like, you had a lot to get off your chest. And I was like, I didn't realize until like after she said that. I'm like, dang, I really did talk a lot. Because to my friends, like, I've talked to my friends about everything I told my therapist, and like, my friend's advice is great, but I'm telling my therapist, and like, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know like anything about me at all. So it was just really eye-opening to tell her in that first session, and then kind of hear what she has to say a little bit. And I'm like, wow, I would have literally never thought of it that way. So it was just so helpful. And I also do the assignments. So when you're signing up on BetterHelp, you can choose to get assignments from your therapist, or you don't have to. So I just want as much help as possible. Like, I just want to constantly feel like I am bettering myself and prioritizing myself. So I like the assignments. They're nothing crazy. Another thing I love about BetterHelp, this is probably my favorite thing about BetterHelp, is their journaling section. So I started journaling like in a physical journal in the beginning of this year, and I don't think I've picked it up since like August. The reason I love the journaling section so much over like a physical journal is their journaling section gives you prompts. So it kind of helps you with what to write. And if you don't like the prompt, you can just skip to the next one. So I go on there a few times a week, and I just pick some prompts and just fill it in. And then you can also choose to share those with your therapist, or you can keep them to yourself. I choose to share mine with my therapist just because I feel like the more she knows about me, the more she can help me. So that's what I really like to do. But like I said, you can keep your sessions or your journaling to yourself, or you don't have to use the journaling section at all. When you're signing up on BetterHelp, you'll answer a bunch of questions, and then you can even answer if you want your therapist to be a male or a female. I personally prefer a female therapist. I also prefer a female doctor. It's just what makes me more comfortable. I know I'll open up more with a female therapist, so that is what I chose. And I've been with the same therapist my whole BetterHelp journey, but if it doesn't work out with you and the therapist they match you with, you can easily switch therapists at no added cost, which is really, really great. If you are considering therapy, I highly recommend BetterHelp. I do have a link with them. You can save 10% off your first month. I'll have my link down below. So thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I'm also going to have to stop filming soon because my camera is on, or my battery is on 2 bars, and it's gonna die before I'm done filming this video, but I don't know where my other battery's at. Like, I literally have no idea where it's at, and I have 2 just in case one dies while I'm filming. Like, it will, I'll have a backup. But now I don't have a backup. So let's answer as many questions as I can before my camera dies, and then I'll come back and answer the rest. So I'm gonna start with the first question that was asked, just because I feel like that's like the most fair because they were the first ones. So this says, what is the first thing you see / look for when you're making an outfit or seeing someone's outfit in public? Okay, so the first thing I look for when I am putting an outfit together for myself is always like, where am I going? Like, what's the event? So where I'm going and what the event is going to base my outfit. Also, the weather is going to base my outfit too. So those are the 2 main things I look for when I'm putting an outfit together for myself. And then for someone else, like someone, or the first thing I notice when I'm seeing someone's outfit out in public, I don't know, maybe their shoes. Because I feel like a lot of people like can put together like a nice outfit, but then they'll ruin it with like dirty shoes or something. So I think I'll say that, maybe their shoes. I already feel like I'm doing bad at answering these, and I've literally only answered 1 question, but let's just keep going. So the next question is, what is one of your green flags in a guy? So actually, I was watching somebody's live on TikTok recently, and she was answering this question, and I loved her answer. But her green flag that she said is when a guy opens all your doors. And then it got me thinking. I did actually date a guy for a little bit who did not let me touch a door at all. Like, not the car door, not the restaurant, like literally no door at all. He would open them for me, close them for me. If we went to a store, he would carry all of the bags. Like, those are my 2 green flags that I almost feel like they're non-negotiables now. Like, not every guy is going to do that, but if they know it's important to you, I feel like they'll do it. But that is definitely like a non-negotiable thing for me now, and it's such a green flag. So my next question, how do you get over a breakup? So earlier this year, like I said, I went through a major life change. I went through a big breakup. I've literally never said that online before. I don't even want to, it's something that's so personal that I don't want to share it, but it's something I can also give advice on, so I might as well share it. But I did go through a breakup in the beginning of this year. It was one of those situations where I actually was the one that ended things. I constantly had to be on the phone with someone 24/7. I could not be left alone with my own thoughts, like, at all. If I was left alone, I'd be crying. It was like those tears where you're like almost screaming because you're crying so much. You're just like yelling and wailing. So I constantly had to be on the phone with someone. I could not be alone. Like, I could not be left alone. So that is what really, really helped me, was just surrounding myself with my friends. I was constantly making plans, constantly keeping myself busy. If you want to lay in bed and cry, then lay in bed and cry. But Madison Sarah says this all the time, is after she goes through a breakup, she gives herself 3 days to lay in bed and cry and be mopey and just be miserable. And then after those 3 days, pick yourself up, go to your girlfriends, make your plans, go to the gym, eat your healthy food, and start working on yourself. But she gives herself 3 days to actually go through the breakup. But personally, like I said, what really helped me was surrounding myself with my friends, whether I was with them physically or if I was just communicating with them over the phone, but I constantly just had to be talking to someone. What is your thought on second chances? Okay, so this is one thing that I've been working on a lot, and something therapy has been helping me with a lot, is I'm a very forgiving person, like extremely forgiving person. If you do me wrong, most of the time, like I used to not even have people explain to me what they did. I would just forgive them, like not want to talk about it, just forgive them and move on. Now I like to kind of sit back, reflect, and think about what that person did. If that's something I would do to somebody, like if it's something that I would literally never do to you, that's unforgivable. To me, that is unforgivable. There's no second chance after that. If it's something small, like maybe they just weren't ready at the time or they just needed some time, it's just something that's more so on them, like they're wanting to work on themselves, but maybe something in the future, then yeah, there's a second chance. If it's like they cheat, or if you guys are just like in the beginning of your like talking stages or something and they do something that's like you wouldn't accept that in a relationship, then I feel like there's no second chance after that. If they do you wrong, it's their loss. Like it is their loss for losing you. Like, why are you chasing? Why do you want them in your life? Like if I am taking you back after you've cheated, after you've wronged me in like a disgusting way, then I feel like I'm dirt. Like I literally feel like I'm the gum on the bottom of your shoe because I'm accepting that. Like I am accepting that. Okay, this next question says, is your friend's approval important to you when you like a guy? It is very important to me for my friends to like the guy that I like. However, if they don't and I like him, I'm not going to cut him off because my friends don't like him. Like I will still give him a chance, but it is very, very, very important to me that my friends do approve of him. And especially like my best friend is my sister-in-law. If she does not like him, that means if he's my future, there's just going to be like clashing because she doesn't like him. I want him to get along with my friends and my family, and I almost feel like it can be a red flag if your friends do not like him, because your friends should have your best interest at heart. So I feel like if your friends don't like him, you should really think about why they don't like him. Let's go to the next question. How do you go about having a friend in a controlling relationship? So how do you go about having a friend in a controlling relationship? So if my friend is in a controlling relationship, so I actually know someone, she's a friend, but we're not very close, who's in a controlling relationship. And my advice, and I kind of view it the same way as like someone who's an addict, a drug addict or an alcoholic, you cannot help that person unless they are willing to help themselves. Like you can't get them out of this hole if they want to stay in the hole. Like you can't get them out. You can try, you'll kill yourself trying because they don't want to get out. They want to stay. My advice, be there for them, but don't let you being there for them have a mental toll on you. And if it does, I would distance myself, which is what I've done now. Just let that person figure it out. Put yourself first. I know that's hard to do in situations like that because you want to help your friend or your sister or whoever it is, but still put yourself first because you don't want to be going through some mental health issues yourself trying to help someone who doesn't truly want the help. And what I mean by doesn't truly want the help is they're just gonna go back to that person, and everything you just did, all the time that you wasted helping them is literally for no reason. So they will leave one day on their own when they're ready to leave, or they'll just stay forever, and neither one is your business. Next one. Okay, this one's a really, really funny one. This is not a real question, but I'm gonna read it out loud anyways. My friend Bree actually sent in this. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen that TikTok when you're at the pool and like a random kid comes up to you at the pool and just says something like crazy. It's like the wanna play mermaids TikTok. So back in July, my friends and I went to Austin, and we were at in the pool of our Airbnb, and we kept going underwater, and we would come up and say, my uncle's in jail. So my friend Bree sent in, why is your uncle in jail? That was funny. I wanted to read it out loud anyways. It probably made no sense what I just said, but that was funny. What is your advice on becoming more confident? You look like you radiate confidence. That is such a great compliment. But let me just tell you guys, confidence, becoming confident is one of those things of faking it till you make it. Like, just always act confident all the time. Even if you don't feel it, act like it, because I actually heard this from Euphoria, but confidence can be fake. Nobody knows if you're faking confidence or not. Like, nobody can tell. Nobody can tell if you're actually confident or if you're faking the confidence. They can't tell. So you might as well just fake it until it becomes real. So something that I do, I wouldn't even say recently, I've been like doing this for a while now, but ever since I have kind of felt better mentally and been more myself and been feeling more like I'm just on top of the world because I'm just in therapy and I'm learning so much and I'm not accepting what I used to accept, and I just feel like I'm becoming the best version of myself, is when I walk into a room, my shoulders are back, my head is high, and I walk in demanding respect. Like, I walk in with the energy of you will respect me, with the energy of I think I look amazing and nobody can tell me different. I'll stand there and I'll look in the mirror and I will just compliment myself. Like, I'll compliment myself on the outside and on the inside. It's just that, what is the word? I'm describing something. I can't think of what it is. Affirmations. Give yourself affirmations all the time. It truly, truly does help. TikTok and Reels are so good. My friends and I always send Reels back and forth to each other that are just like, make you think like, wow, you know, like that really opened my eyes about something, about confidence or about self-love or whatever it is. Like, the content you take in is so important. Comparison is literally the thief of joy. So try to not compare yourself. Compare yourself to yourself. Always be working on yourself, trying to be the best version of yourself. And every time I talk like this to my friends, I'm always like, this is literally therapy, Amira. Like, I'll catch myself saying things like this and I'm like, before I went to therapy, I would have never ever said anything like this, but it's truly how I think now. And even if it's not how you think, like the way you speak and the things you say, that is how you think. So if I'm just being like, I look so bad today, I look so bloated today, like I look so ugly, then that is the energy I'm gonna give off. I'm gonna give off ugly energy. If I am bloated, but I'm like, I still look pretty, I'm still gonna do my makeup, I'm still gonna wear what I wanna wear, and even if I don't wanna wear makeup, like I'm going to look exactly how I wanna look, and I'm going to fake the confidence today because I'm just not feeling it. But the way you act has such a big way of, what am I saying? The way you act will give off like the energy, like you'll give off the energy of the way you're acting. So just fake your confidence, because sometimes we literally all have to do it. I just have to restart my camera because it shut off, but we're still on 2 bars, so we're doing good. And I have 2 more questions left. So this one says, do you have any 2024 travel plans? So I have a bunch of little things planned, and actually January, February, and March I am going somewhere different all 3 of the months, and I do want to go out of the country this year. I don't know where I want to go, but I want to go somewhere out of the country, but it'll just depend on my finances, to be completely honest. So I do have little things planned, but I don't have anything like big and major planned, but hopefully something comes up because I am always wanting to go somewhere. And then my last question says, what are some of your goals and resolutions for the new year? So similar to the one I just answered, but like I said, in the beginning or the end of every single year, I write down my goals and things I want to do for the following year. So what I did this year, I always buy the same planner. It's my favorite planner. It's like a $10 planner from Target, but on one of the first pages, it has a section for you to write your goals. So last year I wrote it, and I still actually have it because I'm literally waiting till the 31st and then being like, okay, so this is what I did this year, this is not what I did this year. And then I already wrote down my new ones for 2024 in my new planner. I don't have it near me, but I'm gonna think, oh wait, I do. This is my planner. It's literally nothing fancy, but let me read to you guys some goals and things I want to do this year. I'm not going to read everything because I'm one of those people, like I work in silence. Like I don't like to share anything that I'm doing with anybody. Some of the things I have in here, let's see. go out of the country, like I just mentioned. I really want to go to a Luke Combs concert. It was actually on my goals list for 2023, but I really want to go to a Luke Combs concert. I have some financial goals. I really want to be a guest on someone's podcast. So if you have a podcast and you want me on it, please reach out because I would love to be on someone's podcast. I think that's all I'm going to share because some of these are just like personal and vulnerable. Oh, I also want to go to 3 new states. So this year I had a list of states I wanted to go to and I only crossed one of those off my list. I feel like I go to like out of state a lot, but it's always the same states because it's just ones that my friends live in. I poured my Olipop, I didn't even have a sip. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, actually, give this video a thumbs up because I would love to film more videos like this, but obviously only if you guys want to see more personal content like this from me. If there's anything else you guys want to know, or if I answered any questions you guys want kind of more advice on or whatever, DM me on Instagram. Obviously that is going to be private just between me and you, so if there's any advice or anything you need, DM me on there. Also leave any comments down below asking me any questions if there's anything else you guys are wondering, and I'll reply in the comments. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you're thinking about therapy, please look into BetterHelp because I just feel like it has literally changed my life. Like, I'm not even done going to therapy. Like I said, I have a session in 2 days and I have my sessions weekly, but the excitement to the unknown of like how much this is going to make me grow and learn, it's just so exciting. I'm so excited. It's one of those things, like I mentioned earlier, that it's never ending. Like working on yourself is never ending, and therapy has truly been like the best thing for me. I tried to do some self-help stuff and I just couldn't do it. Like I need a professional to help me, to guide me, and I just love therapy so much. So I will leave my link down below. You guys can save 10% off your first month with my link, so I'll have that down below. And then I'm also going to leave my social medias down below as well, my TikTok and my Instagram. Oh my gosh, my camera's flashing that it's dying, but thankfully we're at the end of this video. So thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more of me. Bye.